Welcome to my garden. My very now really wet garden because it will not stop raining. Hi, I thought I would introduce myself because this is a new channel for me. So welcome to the Couick Homestead. This channel is really the epitome of kind of the person I am now. I used to I have a channel, but it really is more like shopping hauls and weight loss and things like that. And that is just not me anymore. And that's okay. I've grown as a person and I'm really into gardening. I'm into the homesteading. I'm into canning. I'm into all the things. And I want to be able to share that with y'all and have the appropriate place to do it. Also, we are in the process of getting ready to build a house on some land. And that's something that I want to document too and share with you. So this is going to be the place for that. But for this video, we're doing a garden tour. I am very proud of my little garden this year. I'm just excited about it. I do have more stuff I want to add and I will be adding, including a pumpkin arch. We just haven't gotten that done yet. I live in garden zone 8B. I live in I live in lower North Carolina, right at the South Carolina line, about midway through the state. And we're right below Charlotte, right above Lancaster. So if you know where that is, but that is the gardening zone we live in. And this is my garden the day after Memorial Day. I started doing raised bed gardening in the fall. I really wanted to get into it. And so we started with 4 raised garden beds, and I'm gonna take you through those first. So here's our first one. Some black cherry tomatoes. They look fantastic. I'll give you some up close in a second. We have bell peppers, some parsley in here, some other herbs, and these are Kentucky something green big pole beans, and they are doing incredible. Our tomatoes are blooming. We do have some babies over there. These pole beans have gotten out of hand. Parsley thriving. These are all different kinds of bell peppers. We have like red bell peppers, chocolate bell peppers, all the different ones. Some marigolds in here, and there is like some little baby tomatoes. We also have some oregano, basil. This basil is not doing the best. I definitely have one that's doing better. I really think I might just need to give it a little haircut. But there is garden bed number 1. Garden bed number 2. These were originally what I assumed were pole beans. They are not. They're wax beans and they are bush beans. So I need to come in and pick some actually, but they're take over the bed. So I have like 1 jalapeno plant in here, maybe another one, and rosemary that a pole bean is climbing. So this one got a little crazy. I also transplanted some marigolds that I planted from seed because we decided to thin those out in the garden, but I'll show you that in a few. But look at those beans. Beautiful. And we also have a zucchini plant over here, and she's doing really well. Now, this one over here, I also have 2 zucchini plants, and we're having a little bit of a squash bug problem. Not happy about it. We're gonna fix that today. And I have some more parsley. Then we have another zucchini plant. Then some more parsley, which a pole bean is growing through as well. I need to string that up. I'll deal with that in a few minutes. Just put her through the thing. We'll hold her there. Yeah, it's like round all the way through there. But anyway, we have all of that. We have a cucumber vine that in my next video, if you come back, I'm going to show you how I'm going to trellis these. Some more marigolds I transplanted. Some pepper plants. I believe those are Anaheims. We actually have one ready to pick over there. Then this is a mystery pepper plant. Not sure what she is. I'm thinking that it's either a poblano or what's the other one? Pepperoncini is one of them. And then I have jalapeno plants that I transplanted over here. Some more marigolds I transplanted. And the most beautiful dill plants. They look incredible. Marigolds, oregano, and a Better Boy tomato plant. There would be tomatoes on here, but my toddler picked them and threw them out everywhere. And I had one like this big. But that's okay. They're learning in the garden just as much as I do. Oh, and then we have rattlesnake beans that I planted. They're also a pole bean, and a few purple pole beans that are scattered in here from where some of the rattlesnake beans did not come up. And they are also thriving. Our third and last garden bed, and then I'll show you our ground garden. When I told you I had a basil plant that was doing better, I was not lying. Look at that thing. Over here we have some super sweet cherry tomatoes. That's what all these are. These have grown exponentially, especially since the rain came through. And then these are salsa peppers, which I'm only assuming is like a jalapeno that's less spicy. We shall see. That's what they were called on the label from the greenhouse. And then we have a big old zucchini over here. Look at that zucchini blossom. And that zucchini coming on. And then we have all these little baby tomatoes. And they look so good. I also have another big, beautiful dill plant over here. And this is my thyme plant. It's my baby. I'm trying to get it to grow this way instead of opposed to into the garden. So I'm trying to get it to grow over the edge. But she is beautiful. She started out like this big. Now she's this big. She looks so good. Then I have some marigolds in there. These are, I think they're like called Royal Burgundy. They're a purple green bean variety, but oh, look at the bee. I love that. That's my favorite. But they are a purple green bean. This is the pole bean variety. They also can come in a bush bean. I planted these in the fall and the deer ate them all. So I'm really excited to actually see what they do this year, but their blooms look incredible. Now this is our ground garden. We weren't really sure what we were gonna, oh, we also have a few pots I'll show you, but we weren't really sure if we were gonna do more beds or ground garden this year. But since we are deciding that, since we know that we're gonna be moving in the near future, we just decided to go ahead and do a ground garden. And when we want to do more beds when we move, we'll do that. Because I actually really prefer the bed gardening. I really do. Oh my gosh, I got a broody chicken too. I got to deal with that. But let me show you this. So remember, this is preliminary because I do have to add a few more things. And I had a few tomatoes that need to be staked up because of the wind last night. And a few tomato plants that died that I have to replace. But these are marigolds that I planted from seed. I'm so excited for them to bloom. It was fully through here, but if you'll see in another video later on, me and Jonathan argued about thinning them out. Ultimately, he was right. I'm glad we did it. It does look better, and I have more movement through there. So, marigolds literally all around here. Then, these are, I don't remember what kind of tomato, if I'm being honest. I believe they're Better Boys, maybe. And then I just bought more tomatoes to replace these that died. I really don't know what happened to them. They look like root rot, honestly. And then these also, I think, are Better Boys. Honestly, don't remember. We have more marigolds, which I'm obsessed with. These, I want to say, are my Lemon Boy tomatoes. That one's a little baby. It's growing. But these are growing great. And then these four are San Marzano tomatoes, which I am so thrilled about. I actually found them from a lady that was selling on the side of the road, and she had plants, and I bought them. I bought 4 of them. I wish I would have bought more, but look at that little baby tomato. I'm so excited about them. And then these, I believe the rest of these are beefsteaks, and I have some German Johnsons. I don't know where they're all at, but also look at this baby. These I know are beefsteak. I got these from Costco. And they are some of the strongest tomato plants I have in the garden. It's kind of crazy. More marigolds. This is like a little gherkin cucumber, which I also have in bed number 3. I forgot to show you because they're growing up with the tomatoes. But it just popped up and I said, okay, I'll build a trellis for you. These are, need to be weeded, so excuse that. Bell peppers. Look at my beautiful cabbage. It's growing so well. And then this is banana peppers, and they are growing. I got little baby peppers coming on. These are more bell peppers. We eat a lot of bell peppers in our house. And then this is more cabbage. I'm gonna make homemade sauerkraut when this is all done. So our corn, we planted peaches and cream corn over here. I also planted some zinnias and straw flower up through here. Honestly, the rain might have washed away all the straw flower seeds. I'm not sure, but I do have a few zinnias popping up. And then these will be staked up today. I'm like so scared they were going to get broken off, but I need to stake all these up today once Jonathan gets home, and then replace one right there that he killed with the hoe. More zinnias popping up. And then here's my marigolds on this side. So there's my ground garden. Now let me tell you what else we are adding to the garden. I did just buy more plants that I didn't need, but I'm gonna try the Three Sisters method with our corn. We eat a lot of green beans in our house. I can them, we really love them like that. So I'm gonna try the Three Sister method where I put, excuse the mess of my chicken coop by the way, where I put the pole bean with it and then squash. I got some golden zucchini, some regular zucchini, and some squash to try out through there. And I also have another row of just like beautiful dirt over here, and Jonathan was like, you need to throw something over there. So I said, will do. So that will be going in the ground. I'll be planting and replacing those tomato plants over there. And then we are doing a pumpkin trellis. It took some convincing of my husband, but it is going to be right here. Here's one of the cattle panels and the other one's over there. So it's going to be going like from here to here, like whoop, like that, and the double row thick. And we are going to be growing fairy tale pumpkins on them. We actually, maybe we can get them started today. That would be really nice. But that is my garden. I'm honestly so in love and so proud of my garden this year, and I am so thankful to have a husband who was like willing to help me with everything, because honestly I'm new at this and I'm learning. He's gardened his whole life. I did a little bit when I was younger, but not like he did. So to have him know like what to do to like help me out, but also be willing to build this fence around it and everything like that, I'm very thankful for that, because without it, it would be just like last year and all the deer ate everything. They even ate my tomatoes last year. They ate everything last year. But it is growing beautifully. I'm so thankful, and it just feels like such a blessing to be able to grow food for our family. And I can't wait to can it and put it all up and preserve it. So stay tuned if you want to see our garden grow even more and what we do with everything we get out of it. But thank you so much for watching our first video on the Couick Homestead channel. Can't wait to see and share what all ever comes next.